Hello, welcome back. I'm going to share with you the #1 grounding exercise that I have found successful when working with children, teenagers, and yes, even adults. The 5-4-3-2-1 grounding exercise uses your 5 senses. As you take a moment to be aware of what you're seeing, feeling, touching, experiencing with your 5 senses in the present moment, it helps regulate your body. Your heart rate slows down, your blood pressure decreases, your breath deepens, and your thoughts stop racing, and you're able to ground yourself in the present moment. With anxiety, with worrying, our thoughts race about what's going to happen in the future, or it's ruminating, reflecting back on what has happened in the past. We're getting dysregulated. We're starting to feel those same feelings of shame, guilt, embarrassment, regret. In that moment, as we recognize, oh, it's getting hard to breathe, my chest feels tight, it's hard to focus, I'm trying to read this chapter book and my thoughts are just everywhere. And the moment we recognize that we are not present, then we pull out this exercise and do it right then and there to help. In the 5 senses grounding exercise, you take a moment to notice 5 things that you can see with your eyes. And so you look around the room and you notice 5 things. Visually look at 5 different things and name them off, whether out loud or in your head. And really look at them. Look at the color, look at the texture, look at the shape. The second thing is 4 things that you can touch. So you're using your fingers and you're going to touch 4 things and really notice the texture of your shirt, how soft or rough it is. Is it cold? Is it hot, right? The texture, the temperature. Then you're going to move on to 3 things that you can hear. And try to listen so hard, because sometimes you might think it's dead quiet, but the harder you listen, you might notice the air conditioning running, or you might notice an ambulance or a police car in the distance. You might even hear yourself blink, or notice the sound of your breath. But then you move on to 2 things that you can smell. And for this one, you can smell your shirt or like your person if you have a smell. If there's a smell in the room, then boom, you got your 2 smells. But otherwise, you might have to get creative. Look for a candle or perfume or something else nearby. Would not recommend going and just sniffing a random person. That might be a little weird, so maybe avoid that. And then last but not least, it's 1 thing that you can taste. And it might just be whatever taste is in your mouth, just noticing what that is, whether it tastes like your leftover hot dog you had for lunch, or you take a sip of water, or you pop in some gum. And then by the end of that, you are grounded. You know what is visually around you. You've touched it, experienced it with your senses, all of them. And you're in that process, your heart rate and your blood pressure and just your mind has become calm and relaxed. Thank you for watching the 5 senses grounding skill. I hope that you use this for yourself. Model it for your children and your students, and it's something that I found myself doing. Comment below with other grounding exercises that you have found helpful, whether for yourself or your children, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.